Been a while, man. That was a good way to start.
Yep.
That was the best way to start. Do not edit that. Keep it going. Do not edit that.
I was really tired, so I just ate a Reese's because Halloween, and I just chugged some water. And
was it mixed with your protein shake still or whatever?
I had my protein shake this morning, so nothing like hitting the gym to move everything out.
Yeah. So speaking of the gym, because I know that's what you've been hitting hard recently, and that's why you were laying on the floor on the last podcast.
Yeah. So I just got starting Monday. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Yeah, you've been talking about it.
And I finally pulled the plug. I was hanging out with my friends on Discord, and we were just talking about a bunch of random nonsense, and one of them asked, because I started like working out at home, and one of them asked, like, hey, how's your like gym journey stuff going? And I was like, actually I haven't gotten to get a membership yet because I was waiting to get paid. And that night I got paid. I was like, you know what, sure, let me go do that right now. So I got up, I told the guys in the chat, I was like, I'll be back. I left. I went to Fitness Connection because I did my research, and that's the one I wanted to go with. Went in, I talked to them, brought a bunch of questions with me, got them all answered, and signed up. So Tuesday was the day that I started. I didn't really start hard because I had no idea what I was doing.
Right.
But I had some people kind of like show me and teach me a little bit more. But Wednesday was the one that locked it in for me. They have at 6 a.m. on Wednesdays a boxing class, and it's not like there's no sparring or anything. It's just all instructional and shadow boxing. They have the bags, and you would do that. And they do it more of like the workout aspect of it. I had so much fun. And I also had like something crossed off my list that I did not know was going to be on my bucket list. I had the coach go up to me and said, "You're a natural, kid." I was like, "Heh." But no, he told me that the form, you're going to find this funny. He said the forms and everything, like, I picked up very quickly. Sometimes it takes people a couple weeks to figure that out. And I was like, I play a lot of fighting games. And I just, like, every time I swung, I just thought of Street Fighter. I was like, this is what Ryu did.
Let me reenact that real quick.
Yeah. I was thinking of, in Street Fighter 6, they brought a character back.
So you were out there, were you going out there roundhouse and kicking any, or just boxing?
No, just boxing. Dude, I can't even... I'm trying to stretch more because the main reason why I wanted to do this is, one, I always wanted to go to the gym and actually bulk up and all that stuff, and two, my back has been having like problems a lot, and I think it's just because like I never stretch, I don't work out. I'm like, it's not a lot, but I'm starting to gain weight. Like, I'm starting to physically see.
Yeah, well, also weight. When you're sitting a lot too, that's when your back. Yeah, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's why whenever I have to go out and do photography or videography jobs, I'm usually excited at the start of it. Yeah. I'm sad by the end because I'm tired. But at the start of it, I'm like, cool, I get to get up and walk,
actually move and do something, yeah.
So, and that's, I always had this joke with people whenever they asked me, when I was going around carrying my bags and stuff, I meet the interviewee, we go to the location, they always ask, hey, can I carry something? And I always say, it's like, no, this is the only workout I get. Because it was.
You used that on me when you did my grandmother's house.
Yeah. But it was true. Like, getting up, carrying that heavy equipment, and walking around, that was literally the only kind of exercise I had. So I knew that wasn't enough. And since I got my house with my wife, that was basically around like the time that my natural metabolism just started dwindling. Yeah. You know, everybody's like different with that age. I was lucky enough that it didn't like that metabolism went away like near the end of college or something like that. So I was super like, I still seem skinny, but like I'm getting pudgy now. Yeah. And I just looked at myself in the bathroom one time with my shirt off. I was like, I gotta do something about that.
Time for a change.
That don't look good. My wife says I look good. I don't look good.
Listen, I was like, wait, if I don't think I'm sexy, I know nobody thinks I'm sexy.
Yeah, but it's fun. Like, luckily, like I thought I was gonna like absolutely hate it. Like, being sore afterward is kind of the part, but
well, you were doing you did arms yesterday and legs, didn't you? And then
I was doing arms and legs.
But you tried to do core, weren't you? Is what you said.
Yeah, So I had no idea how to use the majority of the machines, and a lot of the machines that utilize your core, it's a lot of stuff where like you have weights on your legs or your arm, and you're trying to use your core to pull it. But if I have to grab it with my arms and I accidentally kind of like pull it with my arms. So now I'm just working my arms. And the same thing with my legs. I'm kind of pulling more with my legs rather than with my core. And I'm like, I don't know how to. So I saw this one machine this morning that I didn't mess with, but I'm going to mess with next time. It was one that actually, it looks like something straight out of Saw. And I didn't mess with it last time because I was like, I don't even know where to begin on this. But I saw someone use it. Like I was on a machine and I saw them right in front of me. I was like, oh, I finally get to see how it works.
Right.
They put their feet in, they grabbed it, and then I was like, does the top lift? Does the bottom lift? No, both do. And they just started.
Oh, the crunch machine.
Yeah, it was like moving your legs and your arms. I was like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that more. All the machines do work, but I ended up talking to somebody and saying it's like, hey, I think I'm doing this wrong. Could you like demonstrate for me? He's like, yeah, I got you. The staff there is amazing.
Right.
My favorite one was the one that I was just talking about. His name's Makai, and I love him the most because every now and then when I'm on one of the machines, I look over up at the front, and he has like music playing, and he is dancing like nobody's business. And I mean like flailing around and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man.
That's the best attitude to have right there.
Oh no, yeah, they're all like super welcoming and like jittery.
Outgoing.
And I'm like, man, this is what morning people are like. What the?
That's not around my house.
Yeah. So, but no, my day's been starting at 5 now instead of like my usual 7:30. So I'm waking up like 2.5 hours earlier than usual.
Yeah.
So, and I knew exactly what that was gonna do to me. After lunch and around like Teray and I have a joke where 3 o'clock sucks because around 3 o'clock I have almost everything, if not everything, that I wanted to get done today done.
Yep.
And I still have 2.5 hours because I get off at 5:30. 2.5 hours left of like trying to give myself busy work because like we always have stuff to do. But like my main goals, 90% of the time I get them done by 3. And if I don't, then I'm stressing myself out all the way to 5:30. But those are the good days because they go by faster. Well, the days you need more time.
Yep.
But yeah. What was I talking about?
We were talking about the gym, but we get a little off track.
Dude, I
that's
totally just blanked out.
It's all good because Halloween was yesterday. What did you?
Oh yeah.
So how was it for you, man? I know I took the kids trick or treating downtown. Then we went over to one of the neighborhoods, and then when I got home, there was already I guess all the neighbors. My kids are the only kids in the neighborhood.
Really?
Mine, because I live in like a little small. You know where I live. You've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
in my
yeah.
townhome. So it's like a little small community, but it's mostly adults that are in there. And I guess they all got together and
Did like a trunk or treat or something?
no, they just put all the candy at my door and hung it on my door. So when I got home, there was like 4 big bags of the party bags of candy just tied to my door. And I was
awesome.
like, so not only do I have all this candy that we just got done with trick-or-treating, now I've got 4 big party bags of candy to go on top of it.
That's funny.
So I'm going to bring them in here and like let everybody at the office have them.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if that's really gonna. I don't know how quickly that's gonna go.
It won't go at all. People will it'll just sit there and probably rot and be old candy, but I'm not going to keep it in my house.
We gotta make sure we have a good date to be able to like throw it away because we.
Well, it's like I've already told the kids so that way they don't eat all the candy. I said, okay, if you give me all your candy, Jack the Skeleton will bring you a gift. Because they love the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay, so what was the gift?
Oh, I don't know yet. They just gave me the candy last night. I'll figure it out later.
You'll figure it out. It better be more candy so you can.
Well, they're gonna have some candy. They just won't have.
Take all your.
They won't have 2,000 pieces of candy.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, just give me some of it, and I'll get rid of it, and I'll get you something else other than that.
So I remember what I was trying to say where I blanked out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
Yes, I am too.
And I'm tired because of Halloween last night.
It's been a long week, a long month. This month, I felt
October whooped my tail. I had
it
something going on every weekend.
Yeah, it was just. I felt like it dragged this month.
You know what's worse? I looked at my schedule for November. It's gonna be fun, but it's also really it's really busy.
We're gonna eat a lot of food.
Yeah. Oh, so the Halloween that my parents and I did I ever show you the stuff that my parents do for Halloween, like the crazy wraps and all that stuff?
I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah. So my parents go completely all out for Halloween every year. They build like giant rafts. Like they built like a tower for Rapunzel. My little sister was Rapunzel, and it like lit up and all that stuff. It looked really good, and they kept taking it further and further. The coolest thing they ever built is that they literally had a raft that was like a one for one of the boat from Moana.
Oh, that's cool.
And we all dressed up. My stepfather was Maui himself, and I helped him make the hook. So it was probably like the coolest thing we've ever done.
What song did you have playing for that one?
Oh, we had we actually every single time we do a raft, we hide like a speaker in the raft,
right?
And then we just play the soundtrack.
The whole sound, the movie.
Yeah,
sound?
and it just loops.
What's
the
crab? What the hell is that song?
Shining. Yeah, Shining.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I love that song.
But what we did last night, we ended up doing Inside Out 2. And we were all the different emotions. We didn't do a giant raft, but my parents still went all out because we wanted to go smaller because we had all the my sister's back home, so and she has 4 kids, so we had all the grandbabies in and all that stuff. So they all were the different emotions. My niece was Riley. I was Fear, so I just wore like a bow tie with like stuff. Oh yeah, out of nowhere, I just like randomly screamed at stuff and scared the crap out of people for it. And they're like, "Sorry, I'm Fear."
Who's bashful?
Embarrassment.
Embarrassment, yeah, embarrassment.
It was my nephew. And
did he do the hood too? The pullover.
What was perfect is that he is still a toddler, so he's not really much of an actor yet. But he is such a quiet kid, and he's just kind of like to himself, and he's just like he's not like scared of people. He's just. It's just like sitting there, and I'm like, "You're the best." I love him. My parents hate that I do this. My sister finds it funny, and she's the mother of the kids, so I get a okay. I am a total uncle, like full uncle mode. I rank them, and I literally tell them, it's like, you're number 1, you're number 2, you're number 3. I hate you the most.
We got this crane going over here. I thought it was about to drop on the building for us.
Oh no, that might be covered by insurance. Maybe I'm not sure if it covers bad construction.
It's all right.
But the coolest thing about it is that we had the van decked out with like a bunch of these like light up balls inside to be like the memories in the movie.
Right.
And we had
that's cool.
Yeah, we had like the little blue like glowing tree thing inside as well. That's meant to be like the sense of self.
Yep.
But the best part is I can throw up a picture, and we had a giant. The console board that they mess with. My parents built that, and they attach it to a pipe to like to the end of the van. So the van was open in the back, so all the kids could like just hop in, and then we would just like drive around the neighborhood to go trick or treat, and we would just park. It was great. Like everybody was decked out. My wife was Sadness. My stepfather was Anger. My nephew was Joy. What was ironic is that we were all super happy except for him.
I think my kids have watched that movie probably since it came on Disney Plus. Maybe 50 times.
The sequel?
The sequel, yeah. I mean, we've watched the first one too, but the second one, they love that movie. I don't know what it is. That and Moana, so that's what I love about that.
Yeah. But no, we go all out every year. We used to do like giant like haunted garages because we have a big garage, so we would like make a pathway for people to go through that will go into our backyard and then out through the fence.
I think you told me about that.
Yeah, we scared the crap out of people. We did it every year, and just my mom's favorite holiday is Halloween, so she upped it every year. So
now, are you watching anything right now?
Actually, I started Dragon Ball, but not like the Dragon Ball that we all know and love.
Is it what we were talking about the other day?
I started the original Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay.
And it's weird and it's terrible. It's like Dragon Ball Z is what's so famously known.
Yeah.
Where like full-on fighters, like insane like power-ups and Super Saiyan and all that stuff. original Dragon Ball had the Kamehameha, and that's about it. Everything else, like, it got to that point. It was all the way up in, like, 80 episodes in when they hit, like, I think the Tien arc,
Right.
where they actually start to do more of the fighter stuff. And people loved it so much that that's what started Dragon Ball Z. And then it became, like, a huge phenomenon. Well, not phenomenon.
See, I
but,
never
like,
watched it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I basically took it as a challenge because one of my favorite animes is One Piece. And every time I try to get people into it, it's funny, like, getting people into
I've seen One Piece, but I've seen it on Netflix.
So you've seen the live action one?
Yep.
Okay. Which, actually, surprisingly, I'm not even going to trash on that. The live action one actually did a very good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. It's because the creator of One Piece, Oda, he handpicked the actors himself. Like when he saw the audition for Luffy, he looked at the actor. It was like, this is literally Luffy in person. Like this, I could not pick a better person for him. And I see a bunch of behind the scenes and like a bunch of like fun videos that the cast do together, and they represent the characters well.
Well, good.
So. But no, when I try to get people into One Piece, they always say it's like, oh, it's too long, or I hate the animation. And it's like, you know what? Everybody thinks it's so much better than Dragon Ball, I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball from the very beginning, and I'm gonna watch all of it. So I'm going from the original to Z, not Kai. I'm gonna watch the original Z because it's longer and the pacing is worse. Just so I can say I suffered through it. And I'm gonna get through that.
Why are you putting punishment on yourself?
Oh, because
You're
want
already
to,
working out more.
because
So you put
because
more
I want to
punishment.
prove to people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well this is bad." It's like, dude, I sat through all of Dragon Ball. Oh, I watched it too. No, you didn't. I watched all of Dragon Ball. I'm gonna watch Z, and then I'm gonna watch Z Kai, which is meant to just be Dragon Ball Z, but it's like a better pacing, more condensed version. I'm gonna watch both.
Hey, more power to you.
So if somebody wants to complain, it's like, oh, One Piece is too long. Dude, it's good. It's too long because it's good. In the original Dragon Ball, they find all 7 Dragon Balls in the first 10 episodes. There's no journey. But
well, I'm watching Penguin right now. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I haven't seen it, but my
know,
coworker Matt was telling me about it.
I'm
Said
not
it
going
was
to
really
spoil anything for Matt because he hasn't seen the last episode, which is fine. I'm going to keep it, but it is phenomenal right now. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I will have to say this. I need to go back and watch the Batman because I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the Batman
No,
yet?
and I need
Dude,
to
that
because
movie's so good.
because the backstory is definitely there, and I'm missing some of the things, and I know that I am because I can see it as they're telling some of the stories, and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have watched the movie now.
No, it was very well made. I will say my whole journey of the Batman, I never watched it when it came out. It was actually last year when I watched it for the first time. That or like super early this year, and it probably was my favorite Batman movie ever. Like,
I think
they
I've
did
watched
a great job.
I think I've watched that first scene where he kills the Joker kills him the first time, or the mayor or senator or whatever he is, the politician in the very beginning scene of the Batman.
Has been a second that I've seen it.
I've seen that scene probably 50 times and fallen asleep every single time after that.
Oh.
And that's been my
Is
problem.
it just too slow paced for you?
It is, and that's the problem. I start it too late. That's what I need to do. Like if I need to start it like during the day sometime.
Yeah, start on like a Saturday morning.
Exactly.
Yeah, it seems like a movie you want to watch at night, but you're gonna.
Yeah, but I get to it so late because then I'm watching football, or if I watch the fights or something, or now that basketball season's coming back on for Carolina, I got that. So I'm like, man, I really got to figure out which night I'm going to watch it because I have to watch it because after watching Penguin, I think it's the 4 or 5 episodes right now, Matt. I think it's 5. I think it's on 5.
But it's no, the Batman is very, very well made. I do need to see the Penguin. What is it on again? Is it on Prime?
It's on HBO Max.
HBO Max,
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
I haven't seen it yet.
So I've been watching that, and then I'm really excited about the new Dune coming out, the same one.
Oh, they're doing the next Dune's coming out.
Well, they're doing a TV show.
Oh,
on HBO Max.
Everything's on HBO Max now.
Well, I think they have.
I have way too many streaming services.
I think they have probably one of the better TV shows, like selections.
Yeah,
Cause see, I love Big Bang Theory. It's on there.
I watch anime, so Crunchyroll is just the only streaming service I really care about.
See, I don't watch a lot of anime, but I mean, I watch some of it, but not.
Yeah.
Not everything.
What animes have you seen?
Oh God, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you.
You ever seen Pokemon?
Yeah, I've seen Pokemon.
Have you seen any of Dragon Ball?
I saw Dragon Ball Z some episodes, but I never got into it when I was a kid.
What about Naruto?
Nope.
I will say, out of all the shows I've seen, and I can't wait to get fully into Dragon Ball to really tell myself, but when people argue about, like, there's like a lot of people arguing between like One Piece and Dragon Ball. It's starting to get to become a meme where it's like they're
That seems like a strange comparison.
Yeah. Oh well, it's just because, like, I don't know. Well, they're both top animes. Like, they're both like the face of Shonen Jump. But One Piece is the face of Shonen Jump, and Dragon Ball, like, One Piece wouldn't have been a thing if Dragon Ball never was a thing, because Akira Toriyama.
Was it first?
Yes. Yeah. It's a very old show. Akira Toriyama, the original, the creator of Dragon Ball, who, rest in peace, passed recently, and it struck the world. He was the birth, like, Dragon Ball was the birth of a lot of animes. There's a lot of inspiration that's pulled from it. So anime really wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for Dragon Ball. But I still like One Piece more.
I mean, I've never seen the animated One Piece. I've seen it come on like right after.
It's very good. I will say it is one of those animes that it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I always tell people that when you start watching it, you got to get through an arc called Arlong Park. Like, get to that and finish that arc. And that's like, it is like a slight commitment, but all like each episode says 24 minutes long, but it's realistically like 16 minutes with the intro and the recap. So you can binge it very fast. But it's like 40 episodes or something like that. But they're like, you'll like burn through them. Like, you'll get through like 10 in one sit down. Like, you can binge that show so quickly. And you'll get through like Arlong Park. And if you finish that, you're either a fan or you're not. You're either like, that was awesome, I'm like completely invested in, or
I think the One Piece, the anime, is on Netflix.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. And is that like the beginning of it?
Yep.
Okay.
See, the great thing about One Piece is that it's always just been One Piece, like one
big story
piece. Like that. You have like, you just, when people ask, is like, oh, where do I start in One Piece? Episode 1.
Yeah.
That's it. They're like, it's not like it ever got rebooted into a new name or anything. No. Yeah. It's always been one thing. Each arc did get better animation. Like, right off the bat, it started in the 90s. So the animation is very like simplistic.
Pokemon,
yeah.
Very similar to that, yeah.
And some people don't really care for the art style that much. I love it. But later on, like, you can literally see the first episode, see how it looked. I think it looked fine because it was like the late 90s, so it wasn't terrible.
Right.
Like, because the original Dragon Ball, that started in like, I think like the late 70s or something like that. Like, it is old. That or like the early 80s. Like, it is an old.
See, I did not know
because like
that.
Dragon Ball Z didn't start until the 90s. And that's the second series.
Right. So a remake of it, kind of a.
No, a continuation. Because that the original Dragon Ball is when Goku was a kid. And it's like him growing up, and then Dragon Ball Z starts when he's an adult.
Gotcha.
Like, he has like Z starts when he has a kid, Gohan.
Gotcha.
So,
see, I know the character names, but I've never seen it. Just because, I mean,
if you wanna get like enough of a grasp of Dragon Ball, I would say watch Dragon Ball Abridged on YouTube. It's hilarious, and you'll kind of get the same
that's what
idea.
you were telling me about, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's so
and
funny.
That's what you're doing the voiceover for?
No, I'm doing. Oh God, I wish I could work with Team 4 Star. That'd be awesome. But no, this is So I'm gonna be doing an audition for an abridged series that some people are making. Abridged is anything where it's like it's fan dubbed. So they would like there was Hellsing Abridged, Dragon Ball Abridged, Soul Eater Abridged, like any kind of anime, and then they add abridged. That means that they basically cut the audio and they fan dubbed over it to make it to like change what they say and make it funny.
Right.
Like, most of the time they make it funny, or they try to make it funny. Some fall flat. But I just randomly saw on YouTube like a few like super small creators, like the one that I looked at had like a little over 100 subscribers, which is the amount that I have on my own channel. I'm like, oh, cool. They're on the same level with me. I'd love to work with them because I'm always down to, because subscriber count does not mean that you're like
you're not doing good things.
You're not talented, or
right.
like that just means you haven't really started
or
yet.
the people just haven't seen enough of your stuff, or
Yeah.
maybe they just haven't clicked on it or seen it.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it don't matter how many subscribers you
but
got.
it is nice because that showcases like, oh, this is a small community, so that means it's going to be a lot more personal.
Right.
I like that. So I saw that they were doing an abridged project for Has Been Hotel, which was
Why do I know that name?
It's a Amazon Prime show that somebody made a YouTube pilot episode, and it blew up so much, and they got a budget, and they got actual Broadway actors to voice characters in the show. It's really good. There's kind of like back and forth on like who the audience is for, because it is about characters in hell.
Interesting.
And the idea about it is that this one character who is the daughter of Lucifer is actually like a very jolly person. Her name is Charlie, and she has this dream of creating something called the Happy Hotel, where she can help people in hell, give them a second chance to really like redeem themselves, become better people, and actually be able to go to heaven. And her idea is that she wants to do this and pitch it to the angels, saying it's like, let's do this system and basically like really save these people again. And they're not going for it, and there's a bunch of stuff. It becomes the Has Been Hotel when this other demon comes by to try to help. And his name is Alistair. He's known as a radio demon. And he is...
Is this the one where you told me the voice is all...
Yeah, like it sounds like a radio coming through. Yeah, and he's a really entertaining character, but he's like the type of person in the very first scene you're like, this guy cannot be trusted. He's like the old school make a deal type of character. And he ends up like changing the
Almost
name
like
of the
the Make a
Has Been
Deal
Hotel
devil.
and tries to help Charlie fix up the hotel, and nobody knows why he's helping her, and nobody trusts him. And but there's a bunch of different characters. There's some very serious like subjects that they go through. And it's hilarious. It is genuinely really funny, which is kind of confusing me because usually when people do an abridged series, they do it off of something serious and then they make it funny. I haven't really seen it where they get something funny and then they want to
try to one up it.
Yeah, but like rewatching the show and kind of thinking on certain parts, I'm like, I see what we could do here.
Right.
So I don't know what their plans are. I'm just gonna audition for like they don't have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you like have a script that you're going to be reading off of? Or
Yeah, I think the original thing that they're going to be doing is like a pilot episode, just fan dub, where I don't think they're changing anything. We're just like reading the script for our own voice and doing our own voices for it. And I think, and that's kind of like what they're wanting you to do. But you just come in with like, don't try to imitate the character like perfect. Just like come in with a unique voice of what you think they would sound like in an abridged series. I'm like, cool. I have a few ideas. I'm going to try to record it and send it to them over the weekend. If they like it, cool. If not, I also told them that I'm an editor, so if they need help, because an abridged series takes a lot to edit. So I'm like, I know this is a low-budget thing. I'm not expecting to be paid. Actually, I'm not asking to be paid. I just want to help with it. So I told them, it's like, on my own time, I'd be happy to try to, like, edit the stuff with you guys.
Right.
So...
And then, now when do you actually do that audition? Or have you already started?
It this weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, they want me to record like voice lines and send it in. So
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll do that for like a few characters, and I just tell them it was like, since there's like no, they said it was like we don't have a lot of people auditioning yet, so just kind of like cast a wide net. So if you want to audition for multiple roles, you can. So I was like, cool. I'll just come in with a few ideas. So I was like, I'll throw in ideas for like what we could do for this character, this character, this character. These are the voices I think for it. I'll perform the voices. And
how many characters are you gonna do?
I think it was like 4. It was like mainly 3, but there's like a 4th character that shows up later in the series. It's a female character named Mimsy, but I had a funny idea for her to make her sound like a guy instead.
Come on, let's hear a little bit of the voice.
So
can you do it right now?
The idea, I need to explain it first because right off the bat you're gonna like that's terrible. So I thought about like the reason that she's where she's at is she was like a heavy chain smoker, and she ended up like getting a high number of people on the unalive list. by like secondhand smoking. So she would basically sound like this the entire time.
I like it.
I was like, that's a
smoker's voice.
Yeah, so that's why you could go in and do that, or it's like a dude in drag, like either way, just like what's
you're
a
feeling
way
for it.
Yeah, because it's like the character's only there just for like a very short time, and they're like she's just a joke character.
Right.
I'm like, how funny would it be to just like completely flip what she is?
Just change it all together.
Yeah. Yeah,
That'd
so
be
either
awesome.
bad smoker or it's a dude. Like, just something really out of the blue.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for it.
That's awesome.
So we'll try that. And I don't know whether or not because Has Been Hotel is a musical, so I don't know whether or not I'm going to have to do a lot of singing.
I want to hear some singing. Because you said you can sing when you want. Come on. Can we put a song on and not get banned?
No.
What? We can play a little bit, can't you?
No. It's like a 4-second rule.
Is it a 4-second rule?
Something like
sure?
that.
I think it's 7.
No.
It's like 7 seconds in heaven, right?
No.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
7 seconds. What?
You know how they used to have 7 minutes in heaven?
7 minutes in heaven?
Yeah,
No.
you don't remember that as a kid?
No.
Like you go to the little birthday parties, boy-girl parties, truth or dares, and that was 7 minutes of heaven. You know what I'm saying?
Freaking closet.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
You don't remember
No,
that?
I never did that because I was a good boy.
Yeah, well, I can't say that I'm.
I
7 minutes wasn't. It was too long for me. So.
I'm cutting this part.
What? There's nothing wrong with that. I wanted to see the whatchamacallit. What are you looking up? The smoker. I want to see the smoker lady.
Oh, the character.
Yeah,
okay.
put it on.
Yeah, she's not an actual smoker in the show. That was a joke that I wanted to add to it.
But I just want to see what it looks like. Because if we're not showing it on there, I think I can see it, right?
The short one right there is the character Mimsy.
The short one right there?
Yeah.
That looks like, you know who that reminds me of?
What?
Betty Boop or whatever, Betty Bop.
Like an uglier version of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying? It kind of looks like her, but ugly, yeah. You're right. Ooh. It's not going to... okay. I want to hear her voice.
Yeah. Yeah, so
like, you're changing it completely. Yeah, that's
heavily.
Hers is very high pitched.
Yeah, no, because she's supposed to be like her design is like a roaring 20 showgirl.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, because like with that, like they're all in hell, so like all of them are from completely different timelines.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Some of them are like recent deaths. Some of them like died like a century ago. So they're all like, a lot of their designs are based in different time periods. Which is why a lot of people really love their designs. Like the show completely blew up in a few communities.
What's it on? Is it just on YouTube?
No, it's on Prime.
Prime?
It got picked up by Amazon Prime.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I have to check it out. I just want to see it.
It is very adult, so careful with any kiddos in the room. Like they.
Well, that's another thing. It's like I was telling Matt. I said, my daughter's almost got like immune to aliens, like the new movie Alien, because we've watched the old one. But because my uncle has played like Alien Face with her so much, like she would grab her. You know how the aliens jump on your face and say rah. Well, she thinks it's a game and funny. So when the aliens jump on to the people, she's like laughing, ha ha ha, alien face. I'm like, okay, you psychopath.
That's hilarious.
So I mean, it's been good, man. But other than that. Anything else new with you? I know we touched on a lot of things. And
that's kind of everything.
We actually stayed on track.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. We took notes. So if you guys like this episode a little bit better, we actually took notes and had like a full breakdown of what we were gonna do. So
and it kept us on track. So we might need to change this, and we might need to change this freaking view and scenery in here.
Yeah, we may or may not be changing not the other shows, but this show we might be changing to a different location just to kind of like differentiate some of the shows, because it is unfortunate that they all have the same setup.
Well, and not only that, I'm sick of sitting in these chairs. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't mind the chairs. I mind the sun.
Well, the chairs is
the sun beaming down on my back.
And I'm sure everybody sees me moving over here all the time and trying to get comfortable, and I'm just like, this is not for me, this chair.
No, that's fine. And well, like, still starting out on the podcast, so we'll upgrade it as long as along we go.
Well, we're not really upgrading. We're just kind of moving a little bit.
Well, like any change to benefit the quality of the show is an upgrade.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's how it is.
I like the the comfort quality. That's gonna be a nice
that's
change.
fine.
That's gonna be
No,
a
maybe
nice,
that's why my back hurts.
probably. We've
But-
been sitting in these uncomfortable ass chairs.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and end with a good commercial.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and
Who are we doing today, Guild?
yeah, go ahead and tell us
Yes.
about Guild.
Yeah, so if you don't know, we just partnered with Guild Mortgage over there, and they're based in Sanford with Chet Mann. J.R. Smith, I think is his last name.
I only met him as JR.
Yeah, I'm going to go with just J.R. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry, J.R. But he is here in our Fayetteville office. They are amazing people. Contact them for all your lender needs. It is amazing some of the credit scores that they come out with. I mean, I think they've done as low as like 560 something or like that, but they want to try and stay around that 600 range. But yeah, go see Guild Mortgage right here, Ray Avenue. Awesome time.
Yeah, I think they're going to make a wonderful addition to the company.
Well, I mean, they've already wrote. I mean, God, 10. I mean, I think 10. See how tired I am. I can't even think of what they're called.
No, you're good.
10,
You're good.
10 loans. I mean, just right now, and they've only been here for a month.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So I mean, it's just incredible what they've done already,
Awesome,
and won
awesome.
over a lot of our agents. So
yeah,
that's good.
that's good.
That's
Well,
always a good thing.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Off Track, and till next time,
Cheers.
take it easy.